Guys, I am so sorry. I am having a heck of a time trying to figure this out. I know I went on, went off, went on, went off. Sorry about that. I apologize. Um, but I wanted to share some of the treasure boxes that I have been working on lately. Uh, I just put a few things together. Well, I have a lot here. Um, so this is, we'll just say, oops, if I can get it open. It has lots of fibers and pretties on it. It has some, oops, pink fibers and white. I love adding fibers to this stuff. So I altered this box with some vintage paper, like music paper, and some old like ledger type paper. I also had some like lace looking paper. Really, it turned out pretty cute if I do say so myself. So it's actually probably like, I don't know, maybe around 12 by 12 inches, maybe a little bit less. And it's only about an inch and a half thick. So that is what I got here. And there's a whole bunch of pretty stuff in it. I'll just go ahead and start by pulling things out. Here, I'll put the lid over here so I can set the things in it. I brought this little cute little dish. So I'm going to start by just pulling things out. So I have some beautiful Czechoslovakian rhinestone buttons in the flower shape. Hey Charmaine, sorry about all my issues getting back on here. This is also a Czech rhinestone adornment. Here's another, oops, Czech rhinestone, and another one. And here's this beautiful button with the Czech rhinestones. It's beautiful. Bridal button. Here, let me actually, I want to show you guys like up close all the pretty, look at that tatting. So yummy. I love making these kinds of boxes. Okay. So more beautiful bridal embroidered, beaded embroidered buttons. Here's a cute little flower. Trying to get all the bits and bobs. Trying to clean this. Yeah, I bet. So was nobody at your house when you were gone, Charmaine? This is just exquisite. This is a beautiful rhinestone. It's just amazing. You can see how deep it is. It's just so shiny too. It's like a mirrored background. It's just absolutely glorious. I only have a few of those and I put a couple of them in here. So pretty. Oh my gosh. And these do have little spots where you could sew them on. And then there's some of those beautiful buttons with the Czech rhinestones around the edges. And that little baby. Some more of the little ones in a bridal button. Here's another pretty button. There's this beautiful stick pin, hat pin that Miss Rosie gave to me a long time ago. And I just thought it looked so great in this box. Okay, I put a string of these beautiful dimpled pearls that you could cut and use. It's not like a necklace or anything, it's just on a string. No worries, I'm trying to clean. Aya's gone 1 year and 8 months. My husband has, God tell me, but you know no one. Yeah, oh yes, no one cleans it like you can, right? For sure. Oh, there's some of these little like adornments. They're pretty. And they have the check rhinestones in them as well. And then I also put this little tiny box, so cute, with these little tiny flowers, like, and they have a flat back. There's some pink ones, white ones, like iridescent, all different. And then I put some little tiny glass rhinestones in here that you can put on your projects. Oh no, you're fine. Don't worry about it at all. And then there's this little brass, maybe, I don't know, frame. It's so cute. And then I put this little sprig of these really cute bridal flowers in here. They're like satin with beads in the middle. I just put a little bow on there. Cute. And then there's a bunch of appliques. This is super vintage, like beaded and embroidered applique, and it has these dangles on it. So gorgeous. I just love these. This is another something that I got from the lady that I got a lot of stuff from, that purchased an old bridal boutique. There's this beautiful applique. I missed the first few minutes of the first video. Are you selling these? So I'm trying to destash, but yeah, I'm trying to get rid of all of this stuff that I'm making videos about. So yeah, if you're interested, just let me know. I'm trying to get rid of everything. I'm like, don't want to have like a live sale or anything like that. I just don't have I guess the ambition to do that kind of thing right now. I just need to get this stuff gone. I have like boxes of like treasure boxes that I've made and little kits that I've made, and I just kind of need to get it moving. There's this tatted doily, which is super cute. That's like pink in the middle, you can see. Well, you can't see, but it's got pink, a little light pink. It's very pretty. And then this beautiful applique, and this one is a little like doily. But yeah, all this stuff, I'm just trying to get it gone and to go to some good homes. This pretty doily. And people are just kind of, I guess, messaging me if they're interested. Pretty, pretty. This is a collar. So this is one side of the collar, and it has this beautiful cording embroidery, and then all of these sequins and beading. Just beautiful. So you can see, like, at the end it's a collar, and that's one side of it, and then here's the other side, so it's like a mirrored collar. So pretty. Here's the tea-dyed applique. Well, if you want anything, you just let me know, dear. You can email me or message me on Messenger, whatever's easiest for you. I know we've talked in the past about both. So this is another applique. It's super cute. It's off of some kind of piece of clothing, I think. It's off of something. Then there's some beautiful rosettes. pretty applique. And then I did little like spools with trims on them in here. So this is some vintage lace. It's kind of like an applique. It's super thick, beautiful. And then there's this, oh, this card has some little rickrack on it. This has some vintage eyelet and a little sweet little cotton trim on a little spool card. This has some really pretty lace. Thank you, Charmaine. Really pretty lace. And this is some braiding. And this is like an embroidered trim. It's really pretty. I love this lace. I love the cording on it. I don't know. I love that. And then there's this pretty dainty lace. I love these little dainty laces. It's on a spool. Another laces on a spool. And thank you so much, Charmaine. I really appreciate it. You're so kind. This is another one of those laces, and it's on a Fox cabinet card. This is a really vintage, like French lace on a spool. And this is on old playing card, an old lace. Cute. Another applique. And then I got some dangly lace on a card. This actually was made by Rosie, this card. Tag, not card. This tag too she made for me, and I've just put some beautiful 3 little laces. This is a hand crocheted lace. There's some more of this really pretty Venice lace on a spool. And then I'll just show you these since they're all one layer. So these are some bits and bobs of old laces. That's like an insertion lace. This is eyelet, just a vintage lace. This is some old vintage netting. It's so fun to use in projects. Vintage laces, pretty. This is like got the bumpy Cluny, I think it's Cluny lace. This is another old lace, really pretty. Another old lace and another old lace. And this I don't think is that old, but it's pretty. Oh, and this has some tatting on it. As you can see, beautiful. And then there's the eyelet. So that's the first box. So we'll say that's box number 1. And I'm just gonna put it back in here real quick. I have about a few boxes to show. You would just think I was nuts if you saw all the stuff that I've made over the past few months, and have just been loading in a box pretty much to eventually destash. Or I was planning on having like a, I don't know, a sale or something, but just never got around to it. So I just kept piling stuff, putting them together. Some stuff I even have forgotten that I even put together or made. So there's lots of stuff that I'm just going to be making videos, I guess, over the next few days. If anybody's interested, they can just message me. I want to do really reasonable pricing because I know I've seen things are expensive in the world, right? I mean, we all have. Yeah, so I want to try to be, or I'm going to be reasonable, very reasonable. Okay. And I do have even some things from, I guess maybe a sale I did like over a year ago that I'm just going to really cut the prices on those too. And I'll do another video showing those. But yeah, lots of pretty pieces. And I'm just going to put all this stuff in here. So again, I hope you all are having a beautiful, lovely day. Here in Washington, it is not so nice. It's raining, but I don't want to complain because it really has been nice weather we have had lately. So this is kind of the first rain we've had in a little stretch. I mean, stretches for us are only about 3 to 5 days, but usually without rain. But since it's been the summer, it's been pretty nice, and it hasn't been too hot. Really don't have anything to complain about. But I love it up in Washington State. I love that it's so green and just beautiful up here. And yeah, I love it up here. So I don't want to complain. I know that it got the rain to be so green, right? Okay, so that's that box. That one's like 12 by 12, about with like 1 inch wide. It's not very deep at all compared to the other boxes. Let me move these fibers over here with it to tie it up. Oops. And then this is a pretty big box. This one is like at least 12 by, I don't know, 10. I should have got a 10. No, it's smaller than that, but it's a bigger box. It's a couple inches wide. And it has, I just covered it in, it's an old puzzle box. And I covered it in some old papers. So you can see it's October 18th, 1923. So put some old papers on it. And yeah, just put some pretties in there. So this has some of the pretty bits like the other one. Oh, I just love those. They're so sparkly. Oops. I caught on something. Some pearl buttons, cameos, bridal buttons. Oh, there's this little fairy. Another cameo. I know there's more. Then I put some of these beautiful vintage bridal stamens. I just love these. They're so fun to just add to your projects. There's 3 sprigs of those. There's also some of those beads. I think I can pull the appliques out. So there's these appliques, littler ones. Another one of these beautiful Venice appliques. I have one of these beautiful sequin and beaded collar. There's only the one piece on that one. And then there's this beautiful applique. This one's beautiful. It's really old, you can see. I love the older beaded appliques, are so wonderful. There's some beautiful, super nice, thick wedding appliques or wedding dress appliques. A couple of those. There's this gorgeous one. So pretty. A few of these. They're so sweet. With the embroidered beads on there. Oh, and there's even more. Oh, and then in this box, I had this it's an old bridal lace, and I put a chunk of it in here. And it has all these it has the like cording on it. It has a beautiful cording on it. And then it has the sequins and beading. Oh yeah, not nuts at all. I'm thrilled you've been inspired to put things together. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry I'm missing your messages when you message. Sorry, Charmaine. The light is really picking up sparkle. I know, right? With the sequins. Yeah, and it has, pretty sequins and beading on it. It's some older lace, bridal lace. It's gorgeous. And I love the netting on the back. Oh, so beautiful. I love this stuff so much. Okay, so there's a big chunk of that. There's this old embroidered applique. It's still on like its background. It can be cut out if you wanted. It could be like an added, like a flip in a journal or something as well. This one, this has, so this is an old bridge book that I bought, score pad I bought from somebody, and I just tucked in some little ephemera pieces, and then it's full of just little vintage and antique pieces of lace. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? I can't, that's not even the edge of it. Here it is. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Look at that stunning lace. So it has vintage and antique laces, and they're just perfect for journals. These I was told were from the Lace Museum, and I forget what city it was, but she had, my friend Tiffany had gotten some and gifted me, and I also bought some, and look at that. But it's just a bunch of little pieces you could put in your journals. So sweet. There's some tatting in here. A few different little pieces. Some hand crochet. Some old eyelet. Just gorgeous. Just a little bundle of, oh, this one's so sweet too. Look at that. It's just so fun. And so beautiful. Some more eyelet. And some more eyelet. And our crochet on the edge. So a bunch of little beautiful bits of yummy antique and vintage laces to add to your projects. I have this little snippet card, or not card, tag I made. There's one I made, and then there's an empty one. If open, there's a little hope sticker attached, or hope felt, or fabric piece you could attach to a tag if you decided to make one. So just a little fun thing. And then I have this super old brass door knob. It's very aged, you can see, but on the back it's really not, because it probably was up against the wall. But it is real, I think it is real brass, or it's metal at least. It's beautiful. This would be so awesome to add to a journal or something. Like, that would be just amazing piece to add. And then I have this is called Paris Lace Company, and I got these spools and I just love them. So I left the lace that was on it right there, and I added some more lace. There's always lots of pins in my stuff because I love pinning things. I don't want to usually like taping them or anything. Here's another appliques, more appliques, another applique. This is again another spool from Paris Lace Company. It has the original lace, and then I just added some more gorgeous lace on it. I love this lace. So pretty. This is just some trim of like these little feathers or leaves. And it's all just dangled up in a little bundle. A couple more appliques. These are little like corner appliques. Cute. This little bit, sweet. And then there's this hanky with this gorgeous edging. Fun. And then this is a trim where it's like a tasseled edging, but you can pull the end and it makes it all come loose. So you can make it like tassel edging. There's like a yard of that. Then there is some vintage, like a yard of vintage eyelet lace. Look at those bows. So sweet. And look at the edging. It's just so delicate and gorgeous. And then this is another applique. This is some crochet edging you could use to tie on something, or I don't, anything. Some beautiful lace. So gorgeous. I just think this lace would look so amazing on the edge of a journal. Beautiful. Some more pretty laces. Some crochet. Stunning. And then they're on these old, these thick Tim Holtz, like, writing boards, I think they're called. This is some more old lace. I know there is nothing like vintage. I love vintage lace. And like, you can just tell the quality. The quality is just there's such a difference. There's some little bits in here, little sequin flowers and just little bling. There's this little cute little matchbox in here, and I just filled it with some bling and bits of fun things. There's like a bronze spoon in there, some bronze, that's a dangle button, just some fun stuff in there. We don't need to worry about taking it all out, I don't think. I just love these little matchboxes. I love boxes. Just putting little things in boxes is fun. I don't know. This is some vintage tablecloth fabric. It's fun to use on your projects. This is a cute little hanky. Then I have this beautiful, it's like a taupe colored lace with embroidery on it. Or, yeah, fabric, embroidered fabric. I think it's like around a fat quarter. Then some more pretty laces. I think these are like 2/3 of a yard, not a full yard. So I didn't put them on the thing. So that's pretty. Here's at least a yard of these two rickrack and some more laces. There's just a bunch of stuff in here. So here's a Battenberg little doily, super sweet. A really sweet handmade doily that's very delicate. Another one with a fabric center. Super sweet. And here's some lace, some dangly lace. There's that one. And then this one has like the flowers on it. So some pretty laces. And here's some rosette, pink rosette flowers, or shabby rosette flowers. Another little bag of buttons and charms, and there's like a little cabochon, just, rhinestones, just a bunch of fun little things. I find these little things just laying around. I'm like, I'm just going to start putting them in little baggies. Wait till you see my assemblage boxes that I made. And this is another little just grouping of beautiful little pieces. Doily. This is some gorgeous lace, all bundled up in here. And then there's another piece of lace on the back. Super pretty pieces. And then this lace as well. This is like an applique. And it here, I'll have to open it, show you. It's like you put it on the back of a dress or something, and it's only like half a yard long, but I think it's an applique. You can see it's really pretty. But it has a few medallions if like you cut it up or something you could do. I just got it folded in half. And then another little blingy piece and some trim and a button card. And then in here, there's another little box. I have a bunch of itty bitty little doilies in here. So just some little itty bitty doily pieces. And there's like a flower. And some cabochons in here. Some old jewelry. There's like a sequin bling. Oops. Filigree. One of these pieces. A bow. Just a bunch of little fun stuff. A butterfly. So yeah, that is all in the box. That's all in this box number 2. Sorry, I'm so slow. It's like going through these, it's like, oh, I forgot about that, you know, because it made them so long ago. In the next video I'm going to do, oops. If I can get this back on here, 1 second. Oh, come on. Right, closing. There we go. All right, let's close. I have a couple more treasure boxes to do. This is one of the ones. It's a purse box that I altered. Isn't that cute? But anyways, I have like assemblage boxes like this. Like just full of all the things that we love. And I have some smaller ones. Nothing like good. It's fun for us to see all of it. Good. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. It's just fun to go through everything. I like it too. I know my husband thinks I'm a weirdo for sure. He's just always, he's like, you just love just, you know, putzing, going through your stuff, just going through it and then going back through it. And I'm like, I know, but I'm not hurting nobody. Just doing my thing. So, you know, and I love just putting little, you know, like curating, I say the word wrong, little boxes of goodies, you know, just putting them all together in fun little, you know, in cards and just matching certain pieces up and together. And it's just, I don't know, I really enjoy it though. Because my husband's always like, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? Like it has to have a reasoning for being, right? That's how men think. But I'm like, you have drones and stuff. What are you going to do with that? You're going to just fly it around, nothing, you know, productive. And so I feel like it's the same thing. But, you know, it's just how it is, I suppose. That's how it is with my husband. Okay, so I'm going to put all this stuff back in here nicely. So it can be open. And I love to make these boxes. Like, have you ever had like a grandparent where you have like, I don't know, a box of her like laces or a box of her like buttons or whatever it might be. You have a box of her things, and it's so fun, I think, to go through that stuff. Like, it's so fun to just go through all your grandma's like little treasures, you know, like this little pile of little treasures. And I just love that. And that's what I try to, you know, mimic these boxes after, is that kind of situation where you're going through like a little treasure box for us crafters, or what we consider a treasure box, rather than, you know, the money type of treasure box. Because I mean, of course, everybody would like to find a treasure box with gold in it. Okay. All right. Almost done. Sorry, I know this is kind of the boring part. Kim, I saw you messaged me, but It said, are you on? Are you live? And I can't message you back right now, though, because I'm using my phone to be live. Okay. Pretty, pretty, pretties. Okay. Next one. Number 3. How long have I been on? 35 minutes. Okay. Here's number 3. And this one is like, it's like a purse. Oh, Kim, you are here. Hello, drones and golf, right? My husband understands it's my therapy. Just touch my stuff when there's nothing time to create, right? I just love going through it too. It's just fun to just, go through things and re-explore. Oh, I'm glad you found me. Thank you. I'm glad that worked out. So this is like a purse box. It's like in the shape of a purse, and I covered it with old ledger paper, and other papers just for fun. And it is magnetic, so that's fun. I couldn't fit everything I put together in it, so I had to do another extra little bag. But in this box, it's got a bunch of like fun stuff in it. All right, here we'll start, because these bags all have stuff in them too. Okay, we'll start with this. So this is like some old vintage laces. Super sweet. Old lace. There's nothing in this envelope. So this has some old vintage lace, and has like a little, this is like a crocheted flower, heart applique, an old couple of doilies that are handmade, and this old lace. There's this I forget what this is called, but this old thing. There's this old applique on here. I think I'm gonna have to take this one apart, because yeah, I am. Okay, because there's something in this one. So there's this beautiful applique, pretty, and this vintage applique with the cording. And then inside, sorry, I can't see the chat. Okay, now I can. I am interested in a few things you posted today, Sierra. Please let me know. Okay. You can email me. Do you have my email address? It's my first and last name at gmail.com. So in here, it's a cute little policy envelope, and I just filled it with appliques. Yay! So there's some beautiful appliques like this. I can write it down for you, and I'm saying it. There's 2 of these ones, and put it in the chat. I'm also on Facebook Messenger. I don't really do any posting, but I'm on there. I kind of just wanted to put some of the stuff out here and see if, anybody was interested, and they can message me if they're interested. But if not, I was just maybe thinking about just selling it on eBay. But yeah, I was just going to see how it went. Okay. So there's in that policy envelope, and then I'll retie it. And then there's also some more in here. There's this really sweet, I love this lace. It's like, it looks like tatting. It's so sweet. And I put that on here with a little dangle on this sweet little card. Jean Reg actually made this, a needle book, and this was in it when she gave it to me. We swapped. So there's this gorgeous old vintage lace. I don't think there's not a full yard of that one. There is of this. Beautiful. This one, there's definitely a yard of this old vintage braid in cotton trim on an old Fox cabinet card. Same with this. These are not a yard. They're just beautiful pieces of vintage lace. You know, we take it how we can get it. It's handmade. Gorgeous. This vintage lace. Beautiful. It's on another card. Super pretty. And this one. This is on like an old cabinet card thing. So I thought you were coming back tomorrow. Oh no, not tomorrow. Nope, I'm back now. I'm gonna try to do as many videos as I can today. Sorry, not tomorrow, but today. I haven't been able to read in my emails yet, but I will when I'm done with all this. Sorry, I got kind of mixed up on here. And figuring out how to even do it and share on here because I haven't done it in a long time. So there's all those cards of lace. So I'm going to put these all in here. And I think these go in here. I'll just have to redo it. Okay, and then there's also this big bag of, I think there's bling in here. Feels like there is, yeah. Oops. So there's buttons. Here, I'll put them all on this pretty plate. So there's buttons, cabochons, this, some more of the glorious, beautiful pieces like the last two things I've shown have had. Czechoslovakian rhinestone button. And there's some more Czech bling in there. That's on that policy envelope. So I'm gonna put it back in here. And then I got some more stuff that goes with this little bundle. This is number 3. Oops. So like that will fit in there too. Super cute. Okay, this one fits in there too. I just have to wrap it back up. And then this, it also comes with this bundle too. Okay, so in here, there's a ton of beaded appliques, as you can see. And it has this sequin, it's like a couple yards of this sequin trim on here. I put these vintage little sprig of flowers. The beaded appliques are just like, they're really close to the last two boxes that I did, like of those beaded appliques. Like it has the collar one, it has a couple of vintage ones. I'm just gonna leave them in here. I really think you've pretty much seen all of these. You can see this size, and it just has beaded appliques in there. And then I did the special packaging. Super cute. If somebody wants to see it, I can open it later. Just because I realize I'm taking too long here to show everything. I'm very slow. I love going through this stuff too, right? It's fun. Okay, 1 second. All right, this goes in here. I love this, how it's designed like a purse, so it's super cute. What did I do wrong here? I know this all fits somehow. Okay. Oops, dang it. All right. Sorry, guys. One second. It's so weird how things fit one time and then I swear when you're trying to put them back, they don't always fit right. This is very skinny. It has to go in here somewhere. I'm just going to tuck it right there. All right. There, that's box number 3. Just like that. Okay. So I also have this purple bundle, which is kind of like a treasure box. It's not as big as the other ones. Oops. I made a little sweet little bag. Sorry, did I miss any chat? Oh, thank you so much, Rosebud. You're so sweet. I love doing the packaging. I think that's part of my fun, what I enjoy. So I sewed together an old damask coffee stained linen napkin into a bag that I sewed with my machine, and it's you know, coffee stained, and but you could use it if you wanted to. I mean, it's really sweet. And then inside here, I wanted to make like a purple bundle. So I got this box. Okay, so in here, this is all like a purple bundle. So I have the 6x6 inch lavender, Prima lavender pad. Sorry for the crinkling. Oopsie. Sticky. Okay. So the 6x6 lavender pad, which is so gorgeous. This paper is just absolutely stunning. Just like out of this world. Beautiful. So pretty. It really is just so lovely. Look at that. And it's all got like the purple theme. So pretty. So pretty. It's so gorgeous. And then it comes with the journaling note cards, which again, they're just so sweet. The purple florals are just like the shabby chic we all adore and love so much. And the backs of them are, you know, look at that. The vintage florals just get me every time. So pretty. And then there's also the journaling note cards. So again, just amazing images of beautiful flowers and, you know, ledger and everything is just so gorgeous. Really, I really think if you like shabby chic, I think you'd love it. So it's a beautiful little paper pack, those 3. And then I put this little lace pack to go with it. So, and it has this beautiful little wood box with the clear center. So I put a little bundle of French laces. You can see these are made in France. And there's just a whole bunch of little bits and bobs of French sample laces in this little bundle of prettiness. And then there's also this beautiful image and it's got the purple in it. It's on this thick cardstock. So it's really pretty. Some beaded applique. And there's this beaded one. So pretty. So I thought this could be like a crown for her. So cute. And then there's some crochet or cotton trim. This little purple paper flowers. I've made a little bouquet of them. I love these paper flowers. They're so realistic and I love how many they are. Super cute. There's some more, a little taupe trim and a white cotton trim. There is a little button card I made. Super cute. Some A couple appliques. This is just a sweet little bundle. And then there's this is I love this trim, but it's kind of like purpley, so I want to put it in here. There's not a full yard, it's just, you know, a few of these rosette pieces. There's a couple, well, one so far, cabochon with it has a little bit of purple on it, so I want to add it. Then there's a whole bunch of bling. Here, we'll just put it all in here so you guys can see. Well, there is this purple fiber trim, and then you can see it. So there's like this little beaded, and this looks like a little crown too, if you were to use it like that. There's some flat back purple flowers, some fox rhinestone buttons, a little bee, a couple little bling pieces. These are all like the little flower, the flat back purple flowers. Just a bunch of fun little things you can use on your projects. These little bling pieces. So that's all in there. There's some more little appliques. And the showstopper is, this is a vial of lavender. So it's purple, you know, lavender, and it smells amazing. I got this from a kit from, I think it was Tiffany, and I never used it to make a sachet, so I just kind of put it in here, and it's just, it smells amazing, and it's just, this is a glass vial of lavender that you could use for, okay, no problem, Rosebud. Glass vial lavender that you could use in some sachets if you wanted to. There's this beautiful purple trim. There's at least a couple yards in here, maybe 3, maybe there's at least 2. This purple trim, and this is on a beautiful little purple image card. I put some beautiful dainty, very dainty petite tatting in here. Super sweet. We all love tatting. And here is some embroidered, purple embroidered trim. Gorgeous. This would make just such a little cute little journal kit if you use all these pieces, and then the paper. This is so beautiful. I love the green with the purple. It's like a beautiful light sage green. Another little piece. Like, where does that image go? See, I want to show you, like, you could totally do something like that. You know, you could do so many things just to make this image pop, like on a front of a book, a journal or something. Another cabochon. And this is a little handmade dangle I made. I haven't made these in a long time, but I used to crochet little dangles. And so I did crochet all the little leaves, and then I put some of those gorgeous paper flowers in on the dangle as well. So that's one way you could use your paper flowers, but there's a ton of different ways you could use them. This is a really sweet little dangle. It could go on the, you know, edge of your journal. So many different ways it could be used. And then there's a whole bunch of little bits and bobs in here. Here's some more sweet little paper roses. I did put these in there. These are little purple sequin bits, and you can cut them apart. But they're super old, on this super old netting that's like falling apart. But you can cut these and then use them on like snippet rolls, or just add a little bling to your image or whatever. So all these little bits and bobs you could use to decorate a what is it called? A sachet. So there's just a bunch of little oops, sorry, I missed your dangles. Oh, I'm so glad you like those. Thank you. So there's a bunch of little doilies, little bitty sweet little doilies. I love these. You can use them on your projects. Fun, 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 fun. So there's a pile of little baby doilies. And then there's some little baby appliques, a whole bunch of little pieces. Again, you can use to decorate around the images or on your sachets. Yeah, super cute. Little bridal applique image. Here's a little vintage applique. Can't think of the word. Some more sweet little doilies. There's even some tatting ones in there. Just all the fun stuff we love. More little appliques. There's that. Just a bunch of fun pieces to use on your projects. Excuse me. I think I'm going to take another break after this one. This little dangle. Some more. These are just little lace pieces that you can use to decorate the sachet. These pieces actually came with the original sachet thing. So just a bunch of little fun. These are all just like pieces of lace. This is a big piece of purple lace. It's really pretty, vintage. And then at the bottom, I have this gorgeous vintage hanky, and it's beautiful purple, and it's just exquisite. It's pretty much perfect. It's been ironed and pressed, and it's just the imaging on it is so beautiful. I love these. So beautiful, the lavender. So that is the purple bundle. And thank you guys for lasting with me for this long. I know this has been a long road here. So the next video I'm going to come back in probably like, hopefully only like 20-30 minutes max. But I'm going to be sharing, I do have some more treasure boxes, but I'm going to save those for another video. But I'm going to be coming back to share my assemblage boxes in like 20 or 30 minutes. So I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. So I have some smaller ones. I'm not open. Here, I'll open this one. These just are full of little bits and bobs that we love. Look at that. You know, little things I've made like dangles, you know, just keys, everything. And then, you know, medals. And then look at this one. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to show you guys this one. So excuse the glare, but this is just all beautifulness, vintage jewelry and everything else. So I will be back, and don't feel bad if you're not here when it's live. I totally understand, completely understand. I know I've done a lot of video stuff today, so but yeah, maybe you can check it out later. So I'll see you all soon. Hugs and love. Talk to you soon. Don't forget to email me. Oh, I want to write down my email address real quick. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I'm writing down my email address for those of you that don't know it. Okay, so it's CIARAMCINERNY@gmail.com. So it's my first and last name at gmail.com. Okay. Screenshot it. Hugs and love. See you all at the next one. Thank you. Bye.